want to welcome you back to another edition of the Coach Chennis Berry Show. Coach Chennis Berry, Curtis Wilson, the official voice of the Tigers, always and forever. You know this, man. Listen,
yes,
Coach.
Yes, sir.
It was the Carolinas Classic this past weekend. You guys had a great show out, but we're not going to start there first. We got to start thanking our sponsors for bringing this show, because if it wasn't for them, we couldn't sit here and do this chit chat.
Absolutely. Very, very grateful for those people.
Absolutely. Prisma Health, we thank you so much for being the title sponsor for the Coach Chennis Berry Show 2022. Not only that, but we also have Lexington Medical Center, who's also on board as well. Loving BC, and a longtime supporter, South Carolina Education Lottery, too. And the reason why I'm tongue-tied sometimes, because I'm so excited to be back for another season.
Glad to be here, man.
It is awesome.
Absolutely, man.
All right, so listen, Carolina's Classic took place this past Saturday over at Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. The crowd was electrified.
Oh, man.
The players were fired up.
Absolutely.
Coach Chennis Berry almost lost his voice, only because of the fact that he was giving much praise to his team for a big old win that you guys had. Let's talk about this game real quick.
I tell you what, the guys were really, really locked in, man. They were focused. They've been chopping at a bit. We had a great camp, great off season, and guys went out there and executed for 4 quarters in all 3 phases.
That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
58-14 was the final score, but let's see how we got there, right? We get the kickoff going. Elizabeth City, they get the ball. They move it down the field. They score. How you feeling on this one?
You know, we have a resilient football team, man. I tell you what, they took the ball right down and scored, man, and they did a great job offensively. And our defense, you know, they made some adjustments and, you know, pretty much had it on lockdown for the rest of the game, man. So guys responded very, very well. The next kickoff, they kicked it to us, and our young freshman, man, from Dorman, South Carolina, young man by the name of Kendall Norman, man, he had a big return for us, put us in great field position. We were able to capitalize with that and put it in the box.
With this freshman, you looking for big things from this guy? Absolutely. Or was that just a fluke? Tell me, Coach. People want to know.
I tell you what, Kendall Norman is electrifying. He's small in stature, but he's huge, big in heart.
Right.
Young man that's got a bright future here at Benedict College.
So here it is. You get the 71 yards from your freshman, and then your running back and your QB take over.
Tell you what, man, we got a running back that's special, Zaire Scotland. We put the ball in his hand a few times, and he was able to get some explosive runs. Then Eric Phoenix was able to finish that drive with a rollout to the left, and he was able to hit Jabari Smoke Tucker on a corner route. An unbelievable throw and catch, touchdown, Tigers.
All right, now we're going to go. Here it is, Coach. Your defense, they stand up against the Vikings here, and then your special teams come in, and they do an amazing job.
Special teams, man, I tell you, we always preach 3 phases of the game. All right, there's offense, there's defense, there's special teams. We spend just as much time on special teams as we do on offense and defense. So we were able to get a big punt block, and it was big, it was huge. Young man, Reginald Harden came in and blocked it, put us in great field position again. We were able to take the ball down the field, got it in the red zone, and again, Eric Phoenix was able to find Jabari Smoke Tucker again, all right, for a touchdown. We're up, rocking and rolling.
And Davis Rogers kicks that extra point. We are now at 14-7 in this game.
Absolutely. Guys are fired up. Guys are ready to rock and roll. We're up now. Now it's time to just continue to execute as we continue to go.
All right, so your special teams again, like you told you know, you said it's 3 phases: offense, defense, and your special teams, and they are definitely in this game when you talk about your special teams. What happens on this kickoff?
So we kick off after a big score. We're rocking and rolling. We're up 14-7. We kick off to them, and we always talk about being special. Our kill team, our kickoff team, has an opportunity to set the tone. And we kicked it off. Davis Rogers had a great kick. It landed on about the 1-yard line, and Tavian Grice, I mean, by the time that young man scooped that ball up, Tavian Grice met him right there at the 1-yard line. Big play. Now they have to play offense from the 1.
Your special teams comes up strong. You pin them on the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings have to go 99 yards to the other side of the field.
Defense. They, at this point, man, they're playing with a lot of confidence. Those guys are rocking and rolling, and I was so proud of that defensive line getting penetration. We was able to get in their backfield and ended that drive with a safety.
There it is. Safety makes the score 16-7. That's how that first quarter ends right there.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on your team right now?
Tell you, I'm proud of our team at this moment. You know, they took the opening drive down, they scored. Our team responded very well. Like I tell you guys all the time, man, it's a very resilient bunch, man. So we were able to put a couple scores back to back, defense playing well, offense playing well, special teams playing well, and we end this first quarter with a 16-7 lead. Feeling really, really good about where we're at this point.
All right, so when you get ready to start the second quarter, we get our possession. You put John Lampley in, who is the school transfer from Southern University. What made you decide to make that change?
So we had it in our mind all along that we were going to play two quarterbacks, especially early in the season.
Okay.
You know, you're talking about a heated battle all training camp. Guys were really, really making each other better with Eric Phoenix and John Lampley, and they're very capable quarterbacks, both of them, of leading us and guiding us to great success on offense. So we felt like it was only right because they both earned the opportunity to play. So we wanted to play both those guys early, and John Lampley was able to come in and take the drive right down the field, and we ended that drive with a touchdown, or with the end around to smoke for a touchdown.
All right, there it is. So, but let me ask you, when you talk about your two quarterbacks, both of them in there, what does one bring that the other one doesn't, the other one brings that the other one? You know what I mean?
I tell you what, man, they're both talented. They're both about 6'3", 200 pounds. They both have strong arms, one right-handed, one's left-handed. They're both dual threats.
Okay.
They're both smart. They know the offense. John Lampley was able to play for me for 3 years at Southern University, so he had an idea of what we do offensively. And then Eric Phoenix has been the starter since we've been here. And, you know, we felt like it was very, very important to be able to get another quarterback, because in this game of football, you can be real, real good or real, real bad if your quarterback goes down. And, you know, and we have a situation where we have two capable quarterbacks that we feel like can help us and lead us to victory. So, you know, those young men, they both earned the opportunity to play, and we'll continue to do that as long as those guys continue to move the needle and move the offense.
All right, so of course, with this being said, John Lampley gives it to Tucker. Tucker takes it 25 yards on the end around back into the end zone, and that's for his third touchdown of the game. So that makes him the Prisma Health Player of the Game.
Absolutely. He's playing lights out at this moment.
All right, most of our scoring points were done on the short field because the defense was playing lights out, as you say.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, as we're into the second quarter, they put together a 14-play, 86-yard drive. Take us in.
Hey, man, when you get an opportunity offensively to put a team away, and we felt like at this point we're up 23-7. And we felt like if we can get some points right before the half, we were going to halftime at 30-7, which would give us a nice cushion. And we knew in the second half we would get the ball first. Yeah. So it was very important that we put a drive together. So it was just a different thing. It was, whether it was passing game, running game, just getting the ball down the field, getting first downs after first downs. Did a great job of executing on third down, because we had a couple third down situations there, and we were able to get down in the red zone, and we were able to finish that drive with Zaire Scotland for a touchdown right before the half.
There it is, 30-7, 30 unanswered points on this. Give me your thoughts on your team in this first half so far.
At this point, I think we're playing really, really well. They're playing good on offense, defense, and special teams, and just excited about our team. The momentum is definitely on our side. They're playing with great energy, great enthusiasm, and ultimately, at the end of the day, great execution.
How was the atmosphere in the locker room when you got in there with the players?
You know, I always tell them when we get into the locker room, man, listen, 0-0. Whether we're up or whether we're down, it's 0-0. Come out with the mindset, although we do know we're up, I want them to have that killer gnat with a sledgehammer mentality.
Okay.
All right? I want them to come out, regardless of what. We knew we were getting the ball. I always talk about the middle 8 of a ball game, the last 4 of the first half and the first 4 of the second half. Okay. Those are very, very important. And we always talk about situational football, and we were able to take that opening drive in the second half down for a touchdown as well.
All right, there it is, and that's how the first half was done, and that was just the first half. Benedict College wasn't done. We're going to come back with that second half scoring and let you know exactly what's going on with that. This is the Prisma Health Coach Chennis Berry Show. Back with more right after this.
No one takes care of families like Prisma Health. As South Carolina's largest health system, we have nearly 600 primary care doctors across the Midlands and upstate. So you can choose the one who's right for you. With a more personalized approach, more locations, and more convenience, including 24/7 virtual urgent care and online or in-person visits with your primary care doctor, we're doing even more to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, the primary care experts.
This is no sleepy-headed, moving in reverse kind of state. We're home to barrier-breaking humans who took $7 billion and invested it in microchips, potato chips, nope, education. This investment, it builds jobs and more jobs where people create things like flying, not that. Who does all this? Forward-thinking pilgrims of change, like you. South Carolina. Now that's smart.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Chennis Berry Show, brought to you by Prisma Health. Also, too, going to give a big shout to Lexington Medical Center and South Carolina Education Lottery. And as you know, every time after a game, you're going to get this show to get the recap. And in case you weren't there, you get to see it, especially on road trips. But we hope you're going to travel on the bus, because they also have that bus. Don't they have that bus? That bus takes you to these away games, which we have one coming up, and we'll get to that in just a second. Right now, let's get back into the second half action. And you guys, 75 yards, 6 plays to start this thing off, and you get a touchdown here.
Yeah,
because you knew you were getting the ball back.
We knew we were getting the ball.
I can be coach. Go ahead, coach.
That's right. We knew we were getting the ball, and it's very important to start that second half off strong. And in 6 plays, we were able to take it down. We had a couple explosive plays from Eric Phoenix to Reggie Harden.
Okay.
And then we ended up going to another jet sweep to Taven Grice, and he ended that drive with a big-time touchdown run.
There you go. So here it is, Coach. You're doing what you said you wanted to do. Your plans worked. You wanted to score going into the half, and then you get the ball back and you wanted to score again to give you guys a bigger cushion so you can be comfortable and do some things. You get your big running back in there, DeAndre Duhart. He does some stuff.
Duhart, the big back. I tell you what, we're blessed to have some really, really good running backs, and Duhart is another one. Jersey number 21, man, he is a powerful, physical running back, and we put the ball in his hands and let him go get downhill and make plays, man.
Yeah, then you got John Lampley, who wraps it up as well.
Big time touchdown pass, man. We end up throwing a play, vertical play from John Lampley to Reginald Harden for a big time 68-yard touchdown pass.
Now the score is 44-7. What do
Feeling
you want to
really
do?
good.
Do you start switching out your players then, or you just keep them going?
Well, we're keeping them going at this point. We want to play a lot of guys, but at this point we're still trying to, build confidence amongst our team. And again, it's still in the third quarter, so there's a lot of football left to play.
All right, here it is, your defense, man. Hold on, I like when you say it, but it makes me say it too. They were lights out. They were playing hard, fired up and ready to go.
Coach O'Daffer and the defensive staff, man, did an outstanding job of preparing for this game, and they play really, really good ball. Those guys, man, they work really, really hard, and I'm just grateful to see them get the fruits of their labor and how those guys played with amazing effort, and the defense really, really gave us a chance to win a football game.
All right, and on this one, again, they ended up having to punt to your special teams, and the offense takes over. Let's talk about that now.
At this point, I tell you what, we're playing really good ball on all 3 phases. So our offense got an opportunity to come out and take another drive down for a score. And, we were able to get that ball to our good running backs, to Quan Bloodsaw, as well as Zaire Scotland. And we were able to finish that drive off with John Lampley on a quarterback keeper for a touchdown. Now, at this point, we're up, I believe, 51-7 at this point.
And that you are. And you also had Rudolph Elzy, and everybody's getting a touch on this ball, but it's all moving just like planned.
Absolutely. We want to spread the ball around. We feel like we have some playmakers at all positions on offense, and our job as quarterbacks is to just do a good job of managing an offense and put the ball in our playmakers' hands.
All right. Coach, we're going to roll into the fourth quarter. You get your quarterback, Eric Phoenix, back in the game as well. What happens now?
Well, we feel at this point we just want to start running the football so we can work some of that clock. And we knew that this was going to be Eric Phoenix's last drive of the game. And we were able to put the ball in some of our younger running backs and some of our guys' hands, just be able to work the clock a little bit. We don't want to get that thing out of hand, but we still want to execute our offense. So, we were able to take the ball down the field, and we were able to finish that drive with a quarterback keeper from Eric Phoenix for a touchdown.
So the Vikings, they take advantage of a foul that took place, a penalty, and you had your second and third stringers in there by this time.
At this point, we want to play guys. We want to get guys snaps, but, our defense was really, really playing good ball, and they actually had a stop right there. It was a third down stop, and one of our defensive linemen, he hit the quarterback a little late, and he got a 15-yard penalty, which gave them a first down. And in our program, we don't do 15-yard penalties, so we have a repercussion for that, and he had to go to the locker room because we don't do anything to set our program back. And but ultimately, at the end of the day, the very next play, they hit a first down, and next play they take it to the house on a 55-yard run up the middle.
Yeah, now it's 58-14. And on that note, that's the end of the game. 58-14. The Carolinas Classic goes to Benedict, which is why you guys are bringing home the goal right there. You got to feel good about your team and the execution of the plays.
We have one mission every week. Every week we just talk about chopping wood, carrying water, and being the best we can be and fall in love with the process of being great. And our one mission every week is to go 1-0, and we were able to accomplish that.
Is there anything about this game that now it's over and you saw it that you need to work on, or things that you need to improve on, or something to that effect?
Well, anytime you're doing an opening game, you want to eliminate the penalties, and we had 5 penalties as a team. And, I think that was a decent game in terms of penalties. So you don't want to have a lot of penalties, especially those pre-snap penalties. So, we have to improve on just continue to play with amazing effort. I saw a lot of good things, but you really see the jump in your football team from game 1 to game 2. So I'm excited to see us put together a good week of practice and see if we can get a little bit better from some of the things that we did not do so well. And then we want to build on the things positively of the things that we did well.
At Lexington Medical Center, we want you to lead a long and healthy life, and we're here to help you do just that. Our experienced team of healthcare professionals wants nothing more than to help make you well again. Take good care of yourself, and remember, we're here for you whenever you need us. If you don't already have a doctor or you're looking for a new one, choose from more than 70 physician practices at Lexington Medical Center. We wish you a lifetime of good health and happiness. Be well.
Welcome back to the Coach Chennis Berry Show. Coach, we are so glad to have you doing what you're doing with the program here at BC. I mean, you see it growing. You see it getting better each and every time. And you see it in the players, too. I'm talking about family, togetherness. This is what this looks like when folks see Benedict College now. You know what I mean?
Forget about me, I love you. That's the mantra we go by. Family is on the back of their T-shirts. Family's in the front of our meeting rooms. We're all about, forget about me, I love you.
So awesome too. And we got to do a show in your weight room. It is awesome in there. Probably do it on the next show maybe.
Absolutely.
Next show we'll try to get into the weight room and see what's happening. You see why these guys love each other. See, if I was going to flex, I might rip my jacket. I don't want to do that. Let's talk about the next game coming up. It is the Lane Dragons from Jackson, Tennessee. These guys are picked to finish second in the SIAC West Division, and Benedict is picked to finish second in the East. None of that matters when you get down on that gridiron, right?
Not at all, man. I tell you what, Coach Brown at Lane College is doing an exceptional job with that program. He's put together a really, really good football team on all 3 phases as well. He's got some talented individuals on offense. He's got some talented individuals on defense, and they do a very good job on special teams as well. So we'll have our hands full traveling. It's about a 9-hour trip to Jackson, Tennessee, and we're going to go there, and we look at all our trips as a business trip. We have one mission in mind, and our mission is to do all we can to come back 1-0. So, but it'll be definitely a challenge. Our guys are going to have to play their best, and our guys are having a good week of practice thus far, and they're ready to accept that challenge.
All right. Okay, got to travel to Jackson this time if you want to see Benedict, and go to benedicttigers.com, get all the details. Might even find how to get a bus trip. If you don't want to drive, leave the driving to us, but be there because that 13th man is always strong for BC when you're there like that. So with that being said, Coach, the strong points of Lane and also some things that may give you trouble with your team.
Well, I'll tell you what, just overall, like kind of what I said before, they're very, very talented offensively. They have some skilled guys that can make it happen. And they have a really good quarterback that's returning. He's preseason all-conference. Very, very talented quarterback. They have some skilled guys. They have a running back who's actually coach's son, man, and he does a good job of running football. And they have some guys on the perimeter, on the outside, they can really, really make it happen. So, our defense will definitely have their hands full. And on defense, they have the preseason defensive player of the year. One of their defensive ends, number 44, Mr. Farmer. He does an excellent job. And they have some linebackers that run around, and they have a secondary, a lot of returning players on their defensive side of the ball. And they do a very good job on special teams. So they're a well-coached football team. I have a lot of respect for Coach Brown and what he's doing at Lane College.
All right, here it is. The game is going to be a 2 o'clock kickoff Saturday in Jackson, Tennessee. If you plan on going, head to our website, benedicttigers.com. We might have information for a bus that might take you up that way for you to be there. If not, jump in your vehicle, grab some friends, and you all tailgate all the way up there to be a part of this game. And I got to tell you, even though they're our fellow SIAC members, it is not a conference game. But it will count towards our overall record, so make sure you're there to catch this game as well. Let me push ahead just a little bit because the following Thursday, we got a home game back at Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. This game is going to be played on ESPNU. We need that place packed out. I'm telling you, a televised game on a Thursday night, this is big time for us, and it's big time for you. It's big time for our Benedict College Tigers. Get those tickets as well. Go to benedicttickets.com, grab those tickets. Matter of fact, grab a whole bunch. Give some to your friends. They'll pay you back later. Make them buy the tailgating food. Who you playing on that ESPN game?
I don't even know. I'm getting ready for Lane College.
He's waiting for that one. He's not looking ahead for that, but we're looking ahead to pack that game. But remember, home game that Thursday, ESPNU, Charlie W. Johnson Stadium. That's what we're looking for right here. Hey, this is the Coach Chennis Berry Show. Thank you, Prisma Health.
Whether it's a bad kick, nagging back pain, or a hip that has you hobbling, nothing matters more than getting you back to feeling your best. As South Carolina's most preferred orthopedic provider and official team doctors for the Tigers and Gamecocks, Prisma Health provides all the care you need. With more expertise, more technology, and more locations closer to you, we're doing even more to help you be your healthiest you. Prisma Health, the orthopedic experts.
All right, that's another edition of the Coach Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by Prisma Health. I want to say thank you for being the title sponsor this year and always supporters of Benedict College Athletics. That's always a great thing for us. And then also, too, jumping in Lexington Medical Center for spotlighting our coach and also being a part of this. And the South Carolina Education Lottery, always on board. Longtime supporters of BC Athletics, which we think is so cool. And I also got to give a big shout to the HBCU League Pass Plus. These guys are going to be with us throughout our season, not just with football, but we have 14 collegiate sports that we do. And all you have to do is make sure you get the app. You can watch it on Amazon, Roku, the whole 9 yards, and watch all of your action. Benedict College, we're doing big things around here. This coach right here, he's doing big things too. So make sure you're a big part of the football season this year as we get this thing rolling. Coach, thank you so much for doing what you do with our guys.
My man.
My man.
Thank you, man.
He wanted
I
to do
appreciate
it. I'm getting the fist bump.
Oh,
there
yeah,
it is.
it's all good.
Now sanitize. Got to stay healthy
Absolutely.
and
Got
strong.
to.
All right, don't forget, Lane College is coming up next. Then we'll see you at Charlie W. Johnson that following Thursday for the big game there, too. Guys, have a great one, and thanks so much for watching the Coach Chennis Berry Show, brought to you by Prisma Health.
Go Tigers.